early, only because it's early. How is everyone? Hi. Hi, guys. Look, the kitty's back there. There she is. How are we doing? Everybody good? I can't see your chats. Everybody good? Everybody good, y'all? Can't see ya. There you are. Happy Friday. There you are. I'm like, where y'all go? I know I'm totally early. Totally early. So I probably have to how is everybody? Everybody good? I know, early. Because I'm behind. So when I'm behind, and look, I don't even know. Yeah, I'm behind. I don't even know what to say. Hi, somebody call me sweetheart. Oh my God, thank you. How is everybody? Yeah. It's a treat. It's hello from Skid Row. Skid Row. Oh, from Skid Row. Detroit Skid Row or California Skid Row? Which Skid Row? Oklahoma. Yeah, well, the mask mandates. At what city are you in? Aren't ours gone already? From Canada, y'all. You made it to your first. I know she's sleeping back there. She's totally sleeping. How is everybody doing with their with everything that's going on? Oh my God. From Ireland, I just got off work and get to. I know I'm like totally early because I've got other TikTok is killing me. I got stuff to do on TikTok, y'all. Okay, so I wanted to talk about. I'm just putting this up here. I wanted to talk about MK. Wait, is it true? I don't know if he should be in witness protection. And that's a good question. Where Nova Scotia in the house? Where is all of the assassins in the world, right? Oh my God, here. I'm not finished. I've got another appointment. I've been showing you guys all there. Can we see? My Dewey, you see? Yep, I got Dewey on my arm. That's right. That's what I got. I got my Dewey. My Dewey is there. Yeah, Arizona. Okay, just have my... Oh, how was it? Your birthday was on the 9th. How was it? Was it good? Bad? It was good, huh? Yeah, the crystals was super fun. I got some more crystals yesterday. Or no, was it yesterday? I forget when I get the crystals. When I get them. Anyway, wanted to talk about the M and the K and the Ultra. I'm not done yet. So this is going to be an entire sleeve. Okay. You can see it. It goes into this. I'm not done. I'm just doing it. You know what? This is what I want to do. Wait, I thought you said Quebec, Chandler, Arizona. Okay. Hi from Germany. Hi, y'all. Oh my God. I love you guys so much. Love you guys. All right. Yeah, I am early today. And my nails. Again, Vicky at Eye Nails. Did you sleep with your crystals the other night? Yeah, the tattoos are coming. I've got another appointment. Well, these are done up here on the 23rd to finish the bottom one. And that's that. Yeah, you get to watch everything about me, including my nervous breakdowns from beginning to end. Literally. Oh, the Czech Republic. Yes, I sleep with my crystals. Oh my God, totally, right? Okay, so here's what I wanted to talk about. I seriously wanted to talk about the MK Ultra. And oh, there you are, Barbara Jean. I've not forgotten to call you. I just read your message yesterday. I have not forgotten. So don't even think about it. I have not. It's getting me to do things. I'm months behind on everything. Okay, so I want to talk about the MK Ultra, and the reason I wanted to talk about it, okay, having a breakdown. Yeah, are you having one too? I'm drinking coffee. This is only going to jack me up, right? Okay, so let's talk about what they do when they break down a human being. Okay, thank you so much for that. When they break down a human being, so we have a human being. I don't have much makeup on today, do I? Yeah, a little bit. Look. Okay. Anyway, when they break down a human being, what they're actually doing on a metaphysical level, which nobody believes. So when you talk about the monarch mind control, one of the misconceptions about butterflies is that it's transformation. It is transformation, but it's independent transformation away from the collective group, family, familiar, home, and origin. So when they put the butterfly on these people and it's a symbol, it's not because butterflies are free and blah, blah, blah. No, it's because butterflies go off into, I love black obsidian right here. Butterflies go off and they transform, but they transform into a solitary being, okay? A solitary energy. Yes, monarch mind control programming. And so butterflies are not group things. The butterflies go off and they are lonely and they are transformed, but individually and separately. So people are always like, oh, the butterflies, it means transformation. And we're taught that it's good. It's not good. Okay. It's not good. It's a different kind of a thing. What it is it's Britney Spears talking about being forced to do. I'm sure she was forced to do blood transfusions. Do y'all remember Liz Taylor and George Hamilton? Blood transfusions. Oh, we get our blood cleaned in Germany. Do you? Do you really? Okay. Anyway, the butterflies they have to go on the journey by themselves. So they are abandoned from the other butterfly world, right? They are abandoned. Oh my God, Starbucks brown sugar. I'm trying not to do it. This is my what is this? Nespresso. I'm good. I haven't been doing too much Starbucks. I've had about 3 in a month and a half. That's it. I would get 2 a day for years. Oh my God, Jared, you're here. Okay, so anyway, the butterflies are very singular animals or things, whatever they call them, butterflies, right? When they transform alone. They go off alone. They are I went with my friend Fernaz and her friend Victoria. Fernaz is the young woman that created the show Shimmer and Shine, if y'all know that show. Do you know that show, Shimmer and Shine? Anybody have little kids that watch that about the 2 genies? The 911 Oh, Jesus. About the 2 genies. Do you know that one? Do y'all know it? Yeah, that's Fernaz. Anyway, she sent me our picture. Here we are. I look like a troll compared to these girls. I'm hiding in the background because I literally have no makeup on. Anyway, this is Fernaz. She's the one that created it. So I met her on my hiking trail. Yeah, she's really cute. And anyway, we got to catch up. So that is very good. That was super good. That was at like 7 this morning. So there you go. All right. So anyway, the butterflies go off and they are transformed. Once a makeup, I ain't wearing makeup. I'm wearing, oh, I look cute without makeup. Yeah, I just can't sometimes in the morning, but I look like a troll. Hi, Deborah. Yeah, I got to see them. I didn't know Victoria. Victoria is her friend, and Victoria's family's from the Ukraine. So that was interesting to hear about what was going on with them, actually from somebody who has family in the Ukraine that I know that I'm talking to. But anyway, when they put the butterfly on the celebrities, the musicians, the models, and they tattoo them, and even what's his name, Maroon 5 with the butterflies, they are literally segregated into individuated and separated personalities. And the altars that they carry, sometimes 22 altars, 40 altars, 10 altars. Yes, Ariana Grande. I remember when she was being taken over. Adam Levine, correct. Well, when they're altars, okay, the God source in the person doesn't even know who these altars are. So it would surprise them if they understood what was going on over here. So you and I have a sense of self, or even if we don't have a sense of self, we have a sense of self, right? So we have a sense of who we are as people. Like, I know I'm Sloan, and I know I got 2 kids, and I know I got a kitty, and all of those things. These people, Mariah Carey's another one, they absolutely do not know who they are. They do not know who they are. They don't know that this person, like when Britney Spears is busy cutting her hair off, that's not like PMS or whatever. She's literally another person who's behaving like that in order to fulfill an agenda for the handlers. And let's word this a little bit of a different way. So I want to take you into the metaphysical scope. Now, I know a lot of people don't actually believe that deities or entities can enter into your body, but they can. Every day, somebody will call me and they'll be like, I wanted money, so I did a spell, and now there's an energy around me and I can't get the energy in me, out of me. Can you exercise this thing out of me? Well, there's a lot of things, voodoo, Santeria, where they command the name of spirits. Even think of the Catholic saints and the spirits that come in with that. Think of that as well. And think of what that means when you're praying to an entity. You don't know. I mean, Catholic saint, I understand it's a Catholic saint, but just ask yourself when you're praying to that. Okay, so you're doing that. Now, these people, when they are born, okay, yeah, and butterflies are individuated. They don't go in a group. They are individuated. But here's what happens when these kids are born. Somebody like Amanda Baines, who's very, 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 very obviously controlled, okay? Very controlled. And she is saying things in a very monotone voice, okay? And if you remember, Roseanne Barr early on in her life said that she had multiple personality disorder. She was one of the first. Well, they don't really believe that multiple personality disorder is that. Like they think that you have to have had severe abuse and there's not really many cases of it. That's because when they tell you multiple personality disorder, they negate to say that it's monarch mind control, which when those people go into the psych hospitals, the psych wards, the mental hospitals, whatever, and they go in there, it's fine if you put butterflies on your nails. I mean, I know we like butterflies, but I'm saying the celebrities, like what? They all got to get a butterfly tattoo. Nobody can get like a, I don't know, a caterpillar. Nobody can get like a horse tattoo, a wolf, something different, a puppy dog, whatever. Anyway, when you understand that somebody like Amanda Baines early on, Vines, thank you for that. Early on in life, right? Her family is indoctrinating her. So what's actually happening is they are praying, meditating, ritualizing the child. And while they're ritualizing the child, metamorphosis, exactly. They say transformation like it's good, like, look, you're becoming a woman, you're going through no. The transformation is they actually pull in entities, or a Uranus tattoo, exactly. They pull in entities, and the entities that they pull in around them, those entities are given an actual job. Now that seems unbelievable, okay? It seems unbelievable because you're thinking, why would an entity or a demon, or call it whatever you want, why would this thing, non-human thing, come in and be in charge of a person? Ask yourself, when you pray to a saint, finding lost things, pets, whichever the saint is, when you go into a Santeria store and you get a candle and they give you a prayer to say that is to a god of whatever to bring it in, those are bringing in deities. Those are bringing in deities, okay? Yeah, I'm talking about, correct. There's nothing wrong with the butterflies themselves. No, butterflies are cute. Don't hurt the butterflies. Butterflies has no idea that stupid humans are doing stuff like this to them, right? Saint Anthony, right? So when you go to, you read my mind. When you talk about that, you're pulling in the energy of somebody named Saint Anthony. What is that though? Because they're not in human form. So is that Saint Anthony or is that something else? So these deities, entities, things are given a job. For somebody like Amanda Baines, I can never say her name, forgive me, excuse me. And I just burped on camera. Again, I drink and then I do this, I'm disgusting. Anyway, when you do that, okay, they're given a job. So there could be a personality over here. And so one entity is in charge of that personality. And if they want that personality to go away, right? If they want that one to go away and to keep quiet and they want to bring out another one, then, for example, Miley Cyrus is a perfect example of that. And I actually think Miley Cyrus got out of control from her entire family. I don't think that was what was supposed to happen to her family. And I think they just basically, mowed down the family and they put this child out there. So when you're looking at somebody like Miley Cyrus, you're looking at a person who was this person, a little girl, and suddenly another personality takes over, where she's riding the wrecking ball naked, whatever. She's riding the wrecking ball naked, right? So that's a different personality. And you could say she matured into a woman, but there's a different personality coming completely from her. And she herself goes in between altars, or personalities. Now, getting back to Roseanne Barr said early on in her career that she had multiple personality disorders from being molested, raped by her father. That's what she said. She recanted that. And then she said that after that, it came from the fact that she sold her soul to the devil when she was 12. This is Roseanne Barr's words. She said she wrote a letter and she did it. I don't know if she did. That's what she says, right? I know the tongue on Miley. What the hell? What the hell? What the actual hell? Anyhow, so what happens is I actually think Roseanne Barr was MK Ultra and didn't recognize it from back then. So when they talk about people like Sybil in the movie Sybil and their multiple personalities, you remember if you read that book had a tremendous amount of sexual abuse to the child that they called Sybil. The same thing happens in the MK Ultra. This, I'm going to call it MK. Sounds like I'm talking about Machine Gun Kelly, who's another nut job. Anyway, so there's a whole level of things, and I do like Roseanne too. And there's a whole level of energy as we move through like these particular people and we watch them. You see them go in and out of different personalities. Now, if you look at somebody like Ariana Grande, you look at her. She was one way and now she's another way. And so the entity energy, what it does, here's what happens. Once they command it in, and they're not going to get TV is absolutely, they're not going to get where they want to go so bad when she was I'm sure Sally Fields was. I mean, just her relationship with Burt Reynolds. But yeah. Anyhow, the problem is once they let them in, and you hear Nicki Minaj talk about the person she has in there. Once she lets it in, you can't really rid yourself of that. They're not going out of your energy field. You open the front door. So if you let the homeless guy, remember the movie Down and Out in Beverly Hills? You let the homeless guy in your house. He fucks everybody in the house, steals your dog, screws your daughter, and you're not getting rid of him, right? So that's the exact same thing. They use these deities to control the human being like puppets. So a lot of what these people are even thinking for themselves is not at all what they're thinking. It has been programmed in them, literally programmed in them. And they have, be careful, oh my God, 5G. Yeah, now my nose is itchy as I'm talking about it. So all of these particular things. And then there was a whole thing going back to older musicians and older actors in the they would be in their 60s and 70s right now, where a lot of people in Hollywood were going for electric shock therapy. What do you think that is? What do you really think that is? That's shocking the computer by frying the circuit board to get the circuit board back to neutral to program it again. This is what happens to Kanye West, I believe, when he goes into the mental hospital. And the Kennedys, absolutely. Wait, hold on, let me see. Let me see, love. Psychics can be MK, not all of them are of light. What do you think? Oh my God, Jonathan, thank you for that. No, please, people are people, and absolutely psychics can be full of shit. Absolutely. I've run into a lot of psychics are full of shit. They're in it for the money. That's why they do all this testing all the time. Tested, scientific, because they want to fit into that MK Ultra mainstream doctor thing. That's what I was talking about the other night. Just because a psychic runs the head of something, that's not how it works. You get information, and again, it's always your intention. And absolutely anybody can be an MK Ultra handler. That can be a husband, a wife, a mother, a father, a brother, a cousin, a psychic, a doctor. In Marilyn Monroe's case, I think her psychiatrist was her handler, to tell you the truth. I mean, because she was always at the psychiatrist, her acting, and they probably have more than one handler. And I just wanted to say this. The other thing, I know light workers, they all call themselves light workers. I don't call myself anything, and Deanna doesn't call herself anything, and my other friends don't call themselves light workers. We do the work we do because this is what we've done. So we're doing the work we do, okay? Doctors and spouses usually, exactly. I mean, because the doctors can medicate them, right? So you have to be careful which doctors you go to and what you actually put into your body. All of the psych meds and everything they have everybody on, big problem, okay? Because it actually fucks with your head. Manchurian Candidate, 100%. And people don't believe it because they don't believe. What do I believe in? What do you mean? I believe in Jesus. Is that what you're asking me? What I know Kanye's going to blow a circuit. Is that what you're asking me? I absolutely believe in Jesus, and I pray to God every day in the name of Jesus. Amen. So yeah, that's something I do, and I always have believed in it. That's just me. That's who I am. That's just what I do. People like to say because you're psychic, you don't believe in Christ, and that's not actually true because I was made the way I was. If I'm a prostitute, I mean, Jesus hung around prostitutes. Why do you don't think he got an intuition of what was going to happen? He had people around him, right? How do you heal from demonic spirits? Okay, the first thing, understand this. Thank you for that. Understand this. When you start praying to be absolved of your sins and to do good and to give yourself to God, like in other words, to do the work of God on this side, because you're here, you're not there, and so we're human. We are not perfect, right? So when you ask to give yourself to God, right? Meaning to do the work of the Holy Spirit, so to speak. Jesus is real, right? Right. You pray to God in the name of Jesus, right? But when you do that, you're actually moving your energy up, and they will come out and fight you. They will pull your feet back down off that fence to get you to come back down because they don't want that. They don't want that at all. That's what the MK Ultra is all about. They have a whole group of people that it's actually really sad. They've been taken over, like they're taking over the Ukraine. These people have been taken over. So they're like the Ukraine. They've been bombed, nuked, beaten up, stabbed, and shot, the people. That's how their brains are, like hamburger meat. And so they can only respond from whatever it is they have, right? To respond. That's all they can have. That's all they can do. So when they snap like this, they change. Nicki Minaj talks, they all talk about it. I mean, it's nothing new in the psychic world. We know this shit happens. We get clients that come to us and ask us, how do I get rid of this? How do I get that? They want you to be an addict. If you are an addict, they can get into you. If you believe in God and Jesus, right? If you believe in the Christ consciousness, they can't get you. Yes, exactly. I'm Christian. I'm not a Bible belter running around, but this is what I do. I mean, people make an assumption like that. And that's another thing too. If you have people, yes, of course. Thank you for that, you guys. If you have people that do certain things, right? And they come into the world to be psychic or are psychic, and it's their intention. So if they're not wishing you evil and they're trying to help you from the best of their ability, then they're trying to help you from the best of their ability, right? So it's not a problem. It's a good thing. It's the intention. But anytime you ask for outside help, a deity, anything like that, yes, I do like Dolores Cannon. Dolores Cannon, sorry. I'm not so familiar with every single thing that she said, but she sounds pretty on par with it and ahead of her time. Absolutely. I believe she's extremely exceptional in what she learned about. Michael Jackson is so obvious. I don't even know, what to say. I think Michael Jackson is a, what do they call it? Castrated man singing. And again, if you're going to do things like that to people, they're going to have dysfunction in other areas, right? Yeah, aliens. I believe I know aliens are here. Yeah, I mean, Dolores Cannon is very good. Castrati. Yeah, thank you. Let's see. Wait, I want to see. Oops, what is she? You guys keep calling. Oh, thank you. Well, no, I'm whatever they want to call me, psychic, medium, astrologer, person, whatever. Whoever, blonde lady down the street with 2 kids and a cat lady. Call me cat lady. Call me Miss Cat Lady. Tallulah's mommy. See, Tallulah's way, way back there sleeping. It's afternoon nap for Tallulah. But yeah, Michael was not, that's not the way a guy talks. That's just not, Bezos, exactly, bug-eyed Bezos. That's not the way a man talks. If you've talked to a man, then you have to know that that's not the way they talk. But here's a muffin healer. That's fucking hilarious. If I like the muffins, I like mine, but I'm not out looking for others. um, yeah, well, not all of us are human on planet Earth, though. We are not all human. We are not all human. That's a big misconception, is that everybody you talk to is human. There are people who step behind energy and they are not human. They are energetic entities that feed off of you. And in MK Ultra, they are harnessing these people like puppets. Think of Geppetto with a puppet strings like this. Think of, and that's all they are. Miley Cyrus, Dolly Parton, all of them. They think they have control. They haven't had a true thought in their head their entire life. It isn't them thinking. You can tell when you talk to them. They're all exceptionally nice. They're all, very polite when you talk to them. But you can tell when you talk to them. I don't think... Yeah, a lot of people are not. If you look in the eyes, you can really tell that with people, right? So, wait, when you went through menopause, what happened? Nephilim, yeah. The Gnostics knew this too way back. Okay, when I went through menopause, my kids called me Deborah. My name is Lori. They called you Deborah. They're like, excuse me, this bitch Deborah. She's having a hot flash. I used to have like 60 hot flashes in a row. Oh my God. And then I started doing acupuncture, and then Keith died and I felt nothing. So I really felt nothing, meaning I never had another hot flash unless it's actually really hot. I don't think Alec Baldwin's ever been nice. He's a pile of shit. I mean, look what he did to his first wife. Look what he did to his daughter. Here's the thing. If you want to change your vibration on the planet, Alec Baldwin's a perfect example. That guy fucking screamed 24/7 at his daughter, at his wife, and God knows who else, okay? Because we don't even know. So he literally did that. So if you actually want to elevate your energy, you know what you do? You don't be around people who scream at you like that. No screaming. No. Because that's part of what they want. Every single thing they throw at us, every single thing is about fear. And he's a poop butt. That poop emoji's good. It's all about all of that. Okay. It's about fear. It's about all of those things that make us go, let's see, yeah, I believe Keith is in a better place. But you don't want to be around that. And these kids in the movie industry, everything they've done, it's a commodity. These kids are trafficked. Miley Cyrus, Britney Spears, Ariana Grande, all of these kids, right? All of these kids. Every single one of them is not in control of their own life. So when they're not in control of their own life, no, I don't care for Baldwin's current wife either. She just dropped out 6 babies like that suddenly with a lunatic husband, unless he forced her to, which I guess he didn't wear condoms. Whatever. Yeah, I guess he didn't wear condoms, so I don't know what to say. But they are literally indoctrinated into a certain type of behavior. And what we are taught, MK Ultra, they literally take your computer, take your Mac computer or your PC, drop some water on it, plug it into the wall, fry it a bit, throw it on the ground, stomp on it, right? Then plug it back in, reset it, stomp on it again, put some more hot water on it, and keep doing this. This is what the problem is with them. They keep traumatizing them. The first way to traumatize them is to individuate them from who they are as a Christ consciousness soul being. They separate them. How do they separate them? They torment them physically. That's the first part of MK Ultra, is the tormenting physically. Once they've tormented them physically and created chambers in their brain to avoid being beaten up, raped, sodomized, yelled at, starved, whatever, like a concentration camp person in the Holocaust. So once they have set up the chambers in the brain, then they assign individual entity energy to bring out this person, this person, this person, and this person. That's what they do. So they continually to do it. My PayPal it should be listed. It's hi Ashley. Ashley's an OG, right? Yeah. Oh, gee. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. I was going to do a gangline sign, but I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it. But that's what happens. That's actually what happens. And I want you guys to understand this too. Each and every, that's God's number is 9. Each and every one of us, the bizarro world on Seinfeld, exactly. Each and every one of us, when we are programmed, when we come through here, we actually align with a particular kind of person, okay? Some people follow rules because they're oh, teacher, pick me. They're them, okay? So they align with that, right? Exactly. Gangsta. Ashley Gangsta. But they align with that. Then you've got your rebellious people, like think of Happy Days and the Fonzie. So each and every person in society is lined up. Okay, so they figured out how they want us to respond. Meaning, if they can get half the people to just want to work 9 to 5 and get their 401ks and do whatever, they do that, right? And if they can literally get the rebels to run off here and cause, chaos the other way because they're rebelling, that would be people like me who don't listen to a damn thing, right? And then they have the people who are the brainiacs, the nerds, and we all align with a group of people depending on who we are. So I'm a fighter, and I'll argue the point that you have. I'm a fighter, and I'm not going to follow what any authority says because they're not my authority. And it doesn't mean I'm more evolved or smarter. It means I was programmed, and that's the program funnel I chose because it depends on the family you came from, the genetics you came from, and how were you programmed? Okay, so what did you do? What did you do? And they aren't. So what did you do, right? So how were you programmed? Some people are programmed to believe that if they follow the rules, it'll be better. Now you have the same thing with celebrities. Right now you have Megan Fox and what's his name? Weirdo, Machine Gun Kelly. You have those two being the star-crossed lovers that no one expected, the Bonnie and Clyde, the Splendor in the Grass, the Angelina Brad of the modern terms, but they're not. They're both programmed to do this. So they're like, oh, we love each other. We're programmed. So energetically, they've been programmed to do that. So they program themselves. And so people want to mimic that. So there's a whole bunch, they're disgusting. There's a whole bunch of undercurrent of young people that will watch that and go, those are those people. And then you've got the people from wherever that follow the religious people like Smiley Face, Olstein and his wife. They follow that because somewhere in their programming, the person who's not famous, they align with that. So each of these celebrities, each of these actors, each of these people who are influencers, and I don't mean on Instagram, I mean the ones that we actually see, they have a group of people that they try to align and fish into their camp. Once they fish into their, yes, they split comes, yes, exactly. Okay, so for example, if you have somebody like Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox, so those two will get more benefits, more fame, more public, the more people that follow them. So the more people that, do the blood vial thing and do the this and do the that, the more that they do that, yeah, it's definitely Luciferian. But the more that they do it, those people get more. The more that a comedian goes up, like Chris Rock, and says anti-white shit, it's not okay for him to say that. It's not okay for people to say black shit. And it's not okay for Kramer to be kicked off for using a slur against black people when you've got black and white people using slurs against each other. But see, people are programmed to be black and fight the establishment because they've been prosecuted, which they have. White people have been programmed to respond the way they do. Some concur and some run away, right? So you've got all kinds of people. Now you're seeing the Ukraine and Russia, and oh my God, Whitney Cummings, Jesus. I mean, that's your sister, Ashley, but everybody should listen to Ashley's story. It's some fuckery from hell. And Ashley, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Ashley knows firsthand exactly what I'm talking about, and she speaks out against it. She speaks out against it at her own peril, meaning she gets, I know, Ashley and I are sisters, but just not like, I'm not trying to enslave my sister. trying to free her. Free Ashley, go run. Russell Brand, I told you 2 years ago, January before Keith died. That's the only way I can regulate things. But I went to see Russell Brand talk. It was before COVID. I went to see him talk at the convention center in Los Angeles. Yes, Ashley's sister is Whitney Cummings. And Ashley, when I met Ashley, she was in the midst of a lot of the things that we talk about. And she actually broke away from it. She stood in her power. She speaks out like a mother bleeping girl fighter, okay, like Muhammad Ali, but a girl, if there is such a thing. She does that, and she absolutely says it like it is and knows, okay, and knows. So yeah, anyway, she's extremely knowledgeable on this topic from so many avenues of it, and knowledgeable about how it affects the entire family. So it's not just the kids or the one that got famous or the one that's this. When you're looking at Russell Brand, when I watched him speak, and I went to watch him speak because I wanted to hear him speak, right? So I watched him. I watched him walk around the audience. There probably was 400 of us in this room, I'm thinking. So he must be a female to male the way he dresses. I'm telling you, men that dress like that, you're like, why are you all girly showing your cleavage, your man boobs? Oh, topless like Keith, but why y'all topless? Like Russell Brand literally shows cleavage. Like he's down to here with the cleavage. I mean, not that he has cleavage, but he really does that. Because I've got some clients I've got to take care of after. And I'm getting up early to run a shit ton. But anyway, that's a whole other story. So when you're talking about Russell Brand, here's what I saw. There's no such thing as metrosexual because he's fucking somebody. So he's one way or another. Metrosexual, I can't say that. Manicured, coiffed men is a way of turning men into women. Now, you can caretake yourself, but we're going a little bit overboard with some of these men. They're shaving everything. And it's like, no. So anyway, Russell Brand uses a lot of deliberate hand gestures, which I'm not going to do in your face, but he does incantations and speaks really fast. I know what he's doing. I watched him do it. And he goes like this, and he's up there, and he's like this. But his hand gestures, I'm keeping my hands flat, but his hand gestures are incantations. He is pulling this like this, and that's what he's doing, okay? He was a drug addict. I don't blame him from that. Because most people are drug addicts. Very few people are, go for a training, truth will come out. Yeah, there you go, Jen. I know my sons are beautiful. I love them. I like his wife though. I don't know who Russell's wife is. I just wanted to watch how he spoke. So I know what they're doing. I've watched Beyonce do it when she's got her hands and she's pulling it in. She's actually pulling chords. When she's singing, she's doing incantations in her head. That's what they're doing. I mean, I'm sorry no one believes it, but that's what they're doing. I don't care if Jussie Smollett, whatever. He's a puppet. You think that guy wants to be mocked like that? Do you think, I'm just asking you, Jussie Smollett, okay? He got fame, he got power, and then he went out there and cried like a baby, saying that white people at Subway Subs or something hung him, lynched him, and it was Nigerians that he paid, probably when he was at Pornhub when it was down the street, right? So, whatever. And Jussie Smollett literally has no clue what he's doing. That's what he's doing. He has no clue. He's a puppet. He literally is mind controlled. Start looking at these people the way they are. He didn't screw himself. They put him out there to do that. He did not screw himself. They literally put him out there to do that. That's what he's supposed to be doing. So he is a puppet. That's it. So feel sorry for him because somehow he took a deal and he stepped away from God. He stepped away and he took a deal because that's what he's doing. You can tell the ones who don't take a deal because you won't see them in the humiliation ritual exactly. That's what they're doing to him. That's all they're doing to him. Who goes out there and says, I was lynched by white guys after I got a sub in the middle of the night in Chicago for no reason walking down the street when they kill 4-year-olds in Chicago on the street and that whatever with the bug eye, the weirdo eyes like that, you know who I'm talking about, Lori, whatever her name is, that thing, she does nothing about it. She wants the mask on your face, but if your 4-year-old gets shot on a drive-by on the way through, she doesn't fucking care. She does not care. No, he didn't lie for sympathy. Go deeper than that. He doesn't need, nobody needs to lie for sympathy. That's not what he did. He was put out there to cause, Beetlejuice, thank you. He was put out there to cause a problem, a race war. He was put out there to cause that problem. That was his problem. He didn't need, he has money, he has that. He can get sympathy from, you know, hookers he pays that are really whatever, but he was put out there. That's why R. Kelly literally had a breakdown when Gayle King was interviewing him, because he doesn't even know why she is, neuro-linguistics program. Yeah, I don't, first of all, let's look at that. Neuro-linguistics programming. So if I go like this when I'm talking to you, right? Well, in order to gain my confidence, you do the same thing so that I feel comfortable. If I lean in, you lean in. That's a very simplistic view. So that's manipulation. That's manipulation. Why is that okay? It's not. Don't fucking manipulate me. Don't try to like merge with me because I say something. Be yourself. You be yourself and I'll be my fucking self, right? I mean, geez, right? Uh-huh. Right? Exactly. Mirroring. I know, but don't mirror me. Like, don't do that. I have to turn this heater off. I'm taking you with me on a walk to my heater. Yeah, you have to, bad lighting. You have to know that somebody should not be mirroring you. That's look at, I'm trying to keep my lighting good so my bags don't show. All right, so you have to know that that's not the best behavior when people do that, right? Anybody that teaches something to manipulate others to trust you is in a fact a manipulator. So if they use the word manipulation, it's not a good thing to practice. It's really not a good thing. Now I'm boiling in here. Maybe I'm having a hot flash. Did you guys think of that? Let's see. INLP to train men to open car doors. I don't need them to open my door. I'm one of those bitches. I'm like, don't fucking open my door. Oh my God, I'm boiling. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so when you're looking at it, when they're doing that and they're mirroring your expression, that's manipulation. If they don't really sit that way, so let's say you sit like this and you're a slob. So the guy talking to you sits like that so that you identify with him. They're not being authentic. They're not being, they're not being authentic. I'm just being hot. I'm like I had the heater on, I forgot from this morning. She's right there. See, she started cleaning herself. She got the cue and it's online bath time. That's what this one does. Oh, I showed the tattoo, Ruth. Okay, here it is. It's not done. There. It's not done, but it's there. I know, Lula, right? They're posers. But there's a whole manipulation, NLP. So if you want your boss to do what you want him to do, no, I don't need my boss to be manipulated to have him do what I want him to do. He's either going to do it or not. And if he doesn't, then that's my cue to get out of there. If I have to control him, I'm caught in a trap. It's a total furball trap, right? So you don't want to do that, right? You know what I mean? I know. Hi, Marie. Yeah, totally. Drugs are terrible. Exactly. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to fucking do that. So when they're doing that, that's what they're doing. Somebody like Eckhart Tolle, don't get mad at me. If you're a fan, don't get fucking mad. But I know Keithy got mad gains. He would love you, Aaron. He would love you. That's all I saw. That's all I saw. He would love you. I've been controlling people all my life. Don't control them. Why do you want to control? You've had to. No, you don't. I don't have to control shit. I don't care what you do. Step away from trying to control them because you get caught in that cycle that's very low vibration. People have free will. You don't need to control them. What you need to do is take care of yourself. Otherwise, you're a manipulator. If you're a manipulator, I don't care what your reasons are. You're a manipulator, right? I know, look, she's showering again. You're a manipulator. So control yourself and that's it. That's the first lesson. It doesn't fucking matter what you do. Oh, but it's for the good of my kids. How do you know that? Even if your kid's a heroin addict, how do you know that you trying to control them is for the good of them? I know you want to do it, but when they're looking at it, maybe that's something they need to go through, right? So when Machiavellianism. Yes. Oh my God. So NLP basically says You need to mirror somebody in order to gain their confidence. I could just gain your confidence or I don't. We are all different on this platform here. None of us are all the same. So if we're not all the same, then like you're tuning into me and a lot of us have different I know I have no control. You know that. I mean, I hate to say it, but when you have a child that dies, you know you have no control. You have no fucking control whatsoever. Nothing you do, said, or anything matters. You just bury your child. So I don't even sweat the small stuff. Anyway, Eckhart Tolle, I hope I'm saying that right. When he speaks, and I'm not saying this is good or bad, but his tone is so low vibratory that he forces me to have to like settle down and put my ears in to listen to him to gain control over me. And I don't like that. So I don't like that. That's what he does. It's so like I can't listen to him. It's too monotone. Edgar Tolle, Oprah's friend, but he's in his 70s, so he's older. But he doesn't give. He takes. If your true expression, and you know how some performers perform, and you're like, wow, that was energetic stage, on stage, whatever, and then some are like this, and you're like, what did you say? It's that you need to watch that, right? Because that's what he's doing. He's pulling you in. So I know he's a bunch of jibber jabber. Exactly, Gypsy Girl. But that's what he's doing. Now, in a movie, if you're an actor and you need to command that kind of fear and you need them to listen to you because you're playing a serial killer, then that's what you're doing, right? That's what you're doing. But if you Colby, yeah, that's a whole other thing. And they all know that too. But his wife is in an altered state and doesn't know that. So when they're in an altar, they really don't know. Like, do you think, yeah, exactly. Like that blow. Have you seen his face, that doctor? Okay. I don't know what he's on, but his eyes are getting smaller. Like whatever. I think it's too much Botox personally. They use symbols. They use hand, like you're training a dog. That's what these people are. They don't have any Chester. Now that's funny because I did get a message from one of Chester's kids, which I just found it. I got a message in August. I'm trying to remember the kid's name. I want to say Jamie. Anyway, I have to it popped up. So obviously Chester wants me to reach out to his kid. I'm thinking, that's what I'm thinking, right? But anyhow, that doesn't matter here nor there. So I will do that. Anyway, when you're looking at how people talk, you have to watch how they speak to you. And if they're copying anybody that tells you, oh, Zuckerberg is completely a synthetic. You can tell his eyes are like this. He's like on the Flintstones where the like that. Chester Bennington did not kill himself. I cannot tell you that enough. He stood straight the fuck in front of me. I did not kill myself. Period. End of conversation. End of conversation. That man killed himself like I'm a giraffe. Okay? He did not kill himself. Chris Cornell had shame. So the head was lowered in shame. That happened because when Chris Cornell died, first of all, it happened from behind him. So he was a sneak attack. Okay, so someone snuck up on him like Anthony Bourdain. And when he flew out of his body like that, wait, what about Debbie Allen? Hold on. Debbie Allen said it's best you want fame. Interesting. Yeah. Anyway, with Chris Cornell, when he stepped out of his body, he heard the universal cry of us saying he killed himself, he killed himself, he killed himself. That's the energy he got. So they do that to harness people. Yes, he was sneak attacked. He didn't do it, but he didn't know he didn't do it because he popped out of his body. So just think of Patrick Swayze in the movie Ghost with, what's her name? You know who I'm talking about. Whoopi, that let her boyfriend do blackface. Yeah. Good job, Whoopi. Ted Danson in blackface. What the actual hell is that, right? Yeah, they're all, it's just really all very weird, right? So when you're looking at it, you have to understand, yeah, Whoopi, I I was trying to say what her name is. Fucking Whoopi, right? So anyway, wait. Yeah, no, Zuckerberg is what they call a synthetic. Now look at Rowan Farrow, okay? He looks like Frank Sinatra. So let's say they took some of the DNA coding here and they take some of the DNA coding here, right? And they take both sides of the DNA and they make a synthetic, you know, a clone, a robot, a Star Trek. Think about it. They do it all the time in the movies. They have a lifelike robotics in these movies. They have fucking sex dolls that look better than, you know, people, and they don't talk back. So, you know, they're gearing us towards that. Look at the eyes. Rowan Farrow, who I love, looks like Frank Sinatra, but him and Jared Kushner, look at their eye. Actually start looking at people's eyes. Jared, no cheers. Exactly. Start looking at their eyes. You can determine what a person is when you look in their eyes. So look at them, right? No, really take a look and watch. And with Zuckerberg, look at his fucking face. I mean, look at him, right? Look at what he does. Whoopi's real name is Karen. And let me guess, she's Catholic, not Jewish, right? Yeah, no, Clone Islands. Well, they do that. They do it in the Bahamas and Barbados, all over the place, right? Yeah, no, Jared Kushner is straight up evil. Jared Kushner's not even, he's demon possessed. They can only, if you smelt them, like they smell okay, but they would smell like sulfur. I'm not even kidding you. Like they would combust in front of your face, right? So, okay, gotcha. All right, you guys, I gotta run. Sorry, I told you it was gonna be slow. Bye, guys. Mwah. Thank y'all. I'll be back. Bye.